This is Dodging Death with Stephen Williams Jr. and Ryan Patton.
I think it was a big issue.
It is, Paul. It's
People
taken us
bloody dying in the world.
half an hour to troubleshoot this.
COVID-19 and
I feel like I'm defusing a bomb over the phone. Jesus Christ, Paul.
What do you
And
think
you're
that-
eating. What are you eating?
Fucking chocolate.
I tell you, doing
These
this at
guys do
home.
this for weeks, Paul.
Also, he told me he couldn't pick a different computer up before because he's half pissed.
What have you had to drink?
I had like 4 bottles today. I'm in death in the garden in the sun.
Paul, get close to the mic.
Um,
Give us a check 1 2, Paul.
check 1 2, check 1 2.
That was nice. That was like a pilot. Paul, that was your dream job.
My dream job, a pilot still is. I'm just always too drunk. I'm just always too drunk to do it.
Never too
Like
late.
Sully.
No, Sully wasn't drunk, was he? No, Sully was a
hero.
pilot. Yeah, he was a
Denzel Washington in flight. Now we use a pisshead.
Oh, yeah.
What are you thinking about?
I've
Yeah.
confused my pisser pilots.
No,
One's Tom Hanks and one's Denzel Washington.
That'd have been bold casting, wouldn't it? Have Sully Denzel. Sully, like, oh, have you seen me? I don't want to criticise the casting. But...
Well, hello, fellas.
Hello, Stephen.
We've got all 4 of us here. This is exciting.
This is nice. So the
We have
whole
exciting time in lockdown.
Even though organising this Zoom meeting has been such a nightmare, I've got a bit ratty with Paul throughout the setup to this.
Yeah, we saw the Steve come out in you.
Paul, those settings are incorrect. Anyway, fellas, how have we been? What's been happening since I last saw you?
I had a barbecue tonight.
Okay.
It's
Well,
nice.
we spoke previously. I spoke to the other 2 about how they were dealing with it. How are you finding it?
Not bad. Some days I feel like I'm ready to crack.
Your
What is it? You're ready
barbecues do
for
that to me.
crack?
Don't, Paul. It's the worst thing to happen in lockdown if you get addicted to crack, I reckon. that's long lasting, that.
Also, trying to get it from the supply is difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, what's happening with the old drug trade at the moment? You can't furlough the staff, can they?
It's possible to
do we qualify for this? The cocaine dealers, no. Oh, it's a bastard, isn't it, this government? Not
You know what?
self-employed.
They're the ones who this is hitting the hardest, aren't they?
Yeah, they're
That's
the
what I
real
feel sorry
victims.
for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the NHS workers, the bloody...
Yeah, that's what I'm
dealers.
clapping for tonight.
Oh, speaking
Oh,
of
yeah,
which,
we-
actually, yes.
Drug dealers.
Yeah. 8 o'clock, we've got to pause for 2 minutes.
Is it for 2 minutes? Is that how long they've been doing it? I've literally been doing a couple of claps.
And then
I don't know.
pop them back
Little-
in.
A little tears and then...
It's like you're swatting a fly.
Yeah. I've just used it to watch me mum. My mum goes out every night and like pretends that she's going to clap, so she does like a little, and then she's just waving to the street then like,
Oh, really?
Oh, you wouldn't believe who was out there.
oh my God, I've seen Julie. Oh, I haven't seen her for years.
Well,
Looking well, though, man. She's looking well.
The gas man was out.
It's the perfect opportunity to
Teddy
bitch, isn't
wasn't
it?
there. Wonder what's happened there.
Bloody hell, Clive's put some weight on, hasn't he? After the divorce.
You need to stop snacking in lockdown, him. Tell you.
I didn't realise it was happening every week, though. I thought that was a one-off.
It was meant to be a one-off, wasn't it? And I think it was so like
I don't know. It just seemed like greedy guts to me.
like that old fella who just walking up and down.
yeah.
Got like 14 million.
Oh, yeah?
If he's not getting a backhander off that, I don't know who is.
Do you think he'll be my sugar daddy?
Did you just shake your tits then, as if to sell
You know
yourself?
what? As I said it, I shimmied. Well, I just noticed there, Ryan, you decided not to make your bed for us behind you.
Oh, do you know what? Quite embarrassingly, I consciously, it was in a well worse state before I went
was
on the
worse than
camera
that.
to use. Oh, absolutely. This.
We can see your negligee.
negligee.
Not on the bed, he's just wearing it now for the listeners.
Yeah, I've just stood up.
You've got his jogger's nipples tassels on and nothing else.
Do you know what? That's an interesting point about Jogger's nipple, right? So I think
I don't think that sentence has ever been said before.
it's an episode title, that, isn't it? I feel that during these difficult times,
Yeah.
my nipples have adapted and have hardened to it. Because I've been on a few long runs during lockdown, and I have not been wearing the nipple pads.
That's
No issue.
bold of you.
I know, no offense. So
Is that the
I
kind of
think-
thrill you want in quarantine?
I done a long run yesterday, and I came back and I thought, I'm going to take this top off, and I'm
Did you make that noise first?
I'm going to take this top off, and I'm going to draw blood. This is going to sting.
Kinky git.
It's how we get me kicks during lockdown, isn't it? But so
You've not felt a
took
touch in
the
a
top
while,
off.
Ryan.
Yeah, single man in lockdown. But yeah, I took the top off. Fine. No, not even a speckle of blood.
Bravo.
The old nipples are finally adapted to it. Hard as nails now.
Did you, what do you call it? Did you like celebrate it with a little like fist pump after like, you know? It's,
I got a knife and tested it out. Say how hard they really were.
oh,
I've currently got one solo nipple now.
you got the grater.
The left pecker's son's nipple.
I like the use of the word sons there as well.
Yeah,
It's very,
excellent.
It's very
Oh, yeah,
on brand,
yeah.
that.
I also like the slightly passive-aggressive way that you corrected his pronunciation as well.
I
there,
know.
John.
Oh, actually, Greg, listener of the show,
Yeah.
said that he thinks that you got Gal Gadot's name wrong. That is a hard T.
Is it?
Yeah.
Gal
You know
Gadot?
what? I love our listeners.
So yeah, have that.
Do you know what?
You sons bastard.
And my nipples are harder than yours.
I'm happy to do trash talk when we're not in the same room.
Do you want to see how hard my nipples are?
There's a degree of safety. Yeah, I'm bragging about my hard nipples.
You know what? You weren't
I'm
this
laying
bold
it
when you had a
down.
shaved head in the previous episode, Ryan.
I think it
Yeah,
looks
there's no
alright.
way I'd be
fuck
doing
all
this if we
then.
were in the same room. I'd be doing,
think it looks
being
alright.
dead polite. I became the classic keyboard warrior.
Just so you know, Ryan, we can also see you as well. You're not very incognito behind that keyboard.
Oh, back to the bed though. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So the bed, it's in a much worse state than that. I just sort of tossed the cover over and thought that'd be enough of a disguise.
What are you hiding under that cover?
Oh, it's a
body.
treasure trove.
His nipple.
Yeah, me right nipple. The sheets have absolutely drenched in blood. Yeah, no. So it's hiding like there's a book on there. There's a fleece, a few, probably a few boxies.
Yeah.
Some socks.
Phew.
You.
Yeah, I'm sleeping with the boxies at the moment. What's the point? What's the fucking point?
What have you done? You dressed one of your pillows up in a pair of boxies.
I don't think I've bought a few since the lockdown started.
Oh, are you going commando?
No, I've just been solid one pair. They're up and changing. I'm down to three bats a week. Occasionally it gets about 3 days in. I'm like, oh God, I've cleaned my teeth.
yeah, I'm structuring my days around cleaning my teeth. I'll clean my teeth around 10, so that means I'll eat about half an hour before.
Sometimes I will actually have like a shower, then like a couple of hours later I'll be like, I just have another shower now just to pass like another 20 minutes. By the time we get dry and stuff, like it just wastes a bit of time. Especially because Hannah's working on the ward, so I don't get to see her now either. So I'm a lone wolf.
Do you know what you need to do, mate? Go out for a run.
Oh no, I'd rather be a lone wolf.
Oh, well, what was funny is Josh suggested in our group WhatsApp that we start doing like dodging death runs to raise money for charity, and me and you, Paul, went, nah.
Well, do you know what though? So actually, I wanted to bring that up. So me and Ryan spoke about it.
We did.
So we've got a bit of a
Away
thing
from me and Steve.
Private
you-
message, yeah.
You two lazy bastards aren't going to get involved, are you? So for the first time that we can actually say that both me and Ryan will be carrying the load here. So I said to Ryan whether he'd be up to doing it, and he said he would. That what we'll do next Wednesday.
Oh, hold on. Is this a genuine thing?
Yeah.
something.
It is.
Yeah.
This is introducing
Steve-
it on air as well. Bit of a surprise.
Steve
blind
is
date.
not happy here that something's been planned behind his back, by the way.
Yeah.
He is not appreciating this at all.
Doesn't have to all go through the Steve.
Oh.
I
So
tell you, I was so taken aback there.
Yeah, you just smashed the glass in your hand.
There's blood
Central
all over
nervous
the
system.
bed here. I mean, less than what your nipple caused, but still.
Yeah, we can show each other bed sheets and compare. Compare blood spatter. Like an episode of Dexter.
Okay, Josh, so leap in with your unscheduled bit of a chat.
I enjoyed the cough there.
fucking Charles Ingram-esque. You got excited then. I know what you were about to leap into there, right?
I know, but it's on, isn't it, the show?
It is. Have you been watching it?
I've not, no, which I feel like how much I go on about Charles Ingram, there's finally a show about him, and I've thought, nah.
It's a proper meh.
Really?
ITV dramas are always 3
Agreed.
out of 5s, aren't
Yeah.
they?
I
So,
thought it got good reviews.
Yeah,
I know,
people accept mediocrity for excellence these days. I mean, look,
Why, this show's
look at this
popular.
podcast. So
Okay, so go ahead, Josh.
yeah, so sorry. So both me and Ryan, we've been kind of keeping each other up to date with kind of our runs that we've been doing.
Okay.
So that's the reason why I wanted to kind of like put it forward for you guys. You guys were not really on board.
not
with
at
it.
all.
No.
So
if you
next-
slightly more towards you there, Josh, please.
I feel like I'm shouting into the mic-
Unenthused.
I feel like-
Unenthused is the word to describe Stephen and Paul's reaction to the suggestion of the
raising money for the
No, so we proposed the Dodge and Death Marathon, haven't we?
yes.
So one of us we're both gonna do a half marathon on the same day, and it'll add up to a marathon.
Oh, you know what? I like this. This is...
Accumulation,
Yeah, so
aggregation.
So next Wednesday is the day.
I will not be donating, so don't ask. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Hannah was going to do a skydive, and she was going to do it for...
I'll donate if you do that, Ryan.
She was
Oh,
going
I
to do
would back out. It'd be like for the real Sun Centre all over again, wouldn't it? A 5-year-old girl who got a mum was like, she's going on it. She'll be on the plane with me. He's jumping off. She's got vertigo.
She didn't shit herself on the way up. So the run that you two are doing, have you set up your own like hypothetical entry fee of £100, and then anything above that?
Yeah, I'm gonna pay £50 to run around Walton
Walton.
for an hour for like just under 2 hours.
Liam Ellis giving you some jellies on the way round. A bit of peanut butter on the way round from Ellis.
He's got it on his finger and he smears it on the roof of my mouth. So good. Don't last a bit, man.
Fucking dry as anything.
They do hand you the pouch of peanut butter at the end, don't they? And it's like, that is the absolute worst thing to have at the end of it. It nearly made me vomit.
The driest thing you can imagine.
Yeah, I was like, fucking hell, I'm thirsty as anything. Pouch of peanut butter. I didn't realise what it was, and it was absolutely gassing me.
nailed it in one.
Yeah, I was balking on my hands and knees on the finish line.
Okay, so when this episode goes out, which is this upcoming Monday, it's this upcoming Wednesday that you're doing. It's 2 days
Yes.
after this airs.
Yes.
And can people donate? What are you doing?
Yeah, so
Ooh, I left that to Josh, me.
Well, I think that we should set up a little like GoFundMe or something with just no limit. Put something on the Instagram.
Oh god, that's been ambitious. That.
No,
He's
because-
seen that
no,
19 million.
No, because the reason why I say it is
Branson needs a bit of good PR at the moment. It's going to bankroll my run around Rice Lane.
No, what I'm saying is because if we say right, the target is £100 and we don't hit £100,
Yeah,
then that makes it look as if it's like, oh well, they haven't done.
you failed.
Yeah, if you
Let's
can
make
just
it
put
sort of
so, like,
manageable, like £3.50. I'll donate that.
You might want to knock about £2 from that, right?
Yeah, see how much change I've got on me drawer.
Yeah. Does GoFundMe take Slummy?
But I don't know. Just set up something like that. Put it on the Instagram.
Yep.
I don't know. I'd say that we're doing it, and then for the next one, obviously after when we record, we can reveal the time.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like what you're doing is actually a very good thing. Can we say if the money will get donated to charity? Because that's all being very ambiguous.
It's going to the NHS.
Okay,
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah, we're not just doing it for the sake of it.
This is good PR for us.
Okay, so this episode goes out on Monday on our Instagram page. In the bio and on a post will be a GoFundMe where you can donate to Josh and Ryan's marathon.
The Dodging Death Marathon.
Are you doing like a relay? So when Josh finishes half of it, are you going to be stood there awaiting the
social
baton?
distancing laws, Steve, joking.
He can throw you the baton. Also, isn't it a broomstick away? You can grab the other side of the broomstick.
Yeah, I'm not running doing a half marathon with
Quidditch.
a broomstick. He shattered after 2 kilometres.
Fucking Harry Potter.
Yeah, the worst witch.
Okay, well, I guess because of the social distancing, that's the reason Paul and I won't be there to cheer you on.
Shame.
How long does a half marathon typically take?
About 2 weeks for you, Steve.
And the rest.
You're plotted on Skyscanner.
I'd aim for about the length of an audiobook. I don't get home at the final chapter.
You do a bit of a circle at the finish line.
Yeah, just do the Bible, and then just by the time that the Bible's finished, it's
Probably not long enough, that. Are we including the Old Testament?
both.
No, Jesus is still alive at the moment, so I'm just going to do the lap. It's all going swimmingly for him at the moment.
If only
He
he
love
knew.
him. He's turning water into wine. He's made loads of fishes.
I can show off.
Very
we just
neat.
completely forgot about the podcast and just turned this into a P lesson.
I know.
I'm
Have you
tired
been on
listening to
this?
you.
Paul, you're a natural born cross-country runner as well.
Yeah, you were a hell of a good runner in school.
Yes,
You
I
were.
was old
Ryan.
16 a day. I remember when I used to stride around the wreck.
I eat
Okay.
Easter eggs for breakfast.
Like it was like watching Michael Jordan in the 90s.
I reckon I must have gone through easy since lockdown, and it's the truth. 20 to 30 cream eggs.
Really?
Comfortably,
Bloody
yeah.
hell.
We're buying them now in boxes of 12.
Just for you.
Hell.
In the dream household. Yeah, I have one for me breakfast.
That doesn't count, that's not like scrambled eggs.
I mean, some
Get
mornings,
the old protein in here.
some mornings
Green
are
egg,
melted.
put on some
Some morning a
avocado.
whiskey sometimes. Some morning there's a boil it.
What was that song? How do you like your eggs in the morning?
Coated in chocolate.
Chocolate and a bit of fondant.
Every morning after a bet, I think, I forgot to see if the orange and the white taste the same.
How are you getting on with your yoga, Ryan?
Oh, the DIY yoga. Oh, it's
Yeah.
good. It's good.
Is it good?
Yeah. Well, I've there's a yoga channel called Aloe Yoga.
Is this like hello abbreviated?
Aloe? Well, it's like Aloe, but no. I don't. Does anyone say hello like
Well,
that?
as in
Aloe?
Vera, or
No, it's
hello.
not, I don't think it's like it's a yoga studio in LA, so I don't think they're doing like some weird homage to the 70s comedy. Hello. We love it. Yeah, I don't think that's where. So, to be honest, I don't really know what the aloe stands for.
No.
Is it initials?
It could be. It's probably a yogi term, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Are you a member of the yogi community now?
Oh, I am absolutely a member of the yogi community now. Absolutely.
Are you frolicking barefoot?
Oh God, yeah. I'm grounding with the floor.
Well, I just speaking of barefoot, actually, we did a foot face mask yesterday.
What's that?
Well,
What?
you put your
Foot
foot
face mask.
You can't
Yeah, you
pass
put
that
your
off,
foot-
Steve, as if it's normal.
in like a big sachet, a big soggy sachet.
Ooh, big soggy sachet. What a terrible word combination that is. Big soggy sachet.
This is how we're filling time during quarantine. And you tie the soggy sachet onto your ankles with your feet submerged for 90 minutes. and then cut them off. And
With
apparently,
your feet off.
Do an Ingram.
Are you going to reveal stumps now?
You're doing an Ingram.
Was he born on the 4th of July?
you take off the sachets, and then apparently on day 3, your whole skin starts to peel like you're a snake. And then that goes on for the duration of another 4 days, and then you've got just the smoothest feet you'll ever have.
Why
Did you get this from the
why
same
is there
place?
a face mask involved in this then?
No, it's just called a foot face mask, because that's what
Is it just a foot mask?
Yeah, but that's not a thing.
Is it? Did you get this
Well,
from the
it's
same
got
place?
nothing to
You
do
got
with the face.
Well, your sparkle eyes thing. Is this from the same provider as?
It is Amazon.
Never heard of them.
the only place that I'm funding Amazon now single-handedly, just to keep sane. But anyway, so Ryan, I'll report back onto maybe I can upload to the Instagram some daily progress photos of my feet peeling away like a snake.
You know what? Some people make good money from sending pictures of their feet online. You know,
Not Steve though.
That'll get
Fucking hell.
that'll get our Patreon contributors up.
God forbid there was a picture of my fucking feet on there at the minute.
Are they a
Jesus
car
Christ.
crash?
Oh my God, they look like flipping chickens' feet. They're horrible.
I've just got like 3 little
Horrible.
God, you're not going to do the half marathon very well.
It's like a pigeon. Do you like the way I've actually only got 1 foot left.
one manky foot as you loiter outside Chippies.
I don't think I've got 2 toes the same colour. Seriously, I don't.
Oh, God.
You know
Seriously?
what? You need something stronger than the face foot mask.
Horrendous.
Hacksaw.
Just make sure they sharpen it first.
I watched Saw like it was a documentary.
Got some tips. Okay, so Ryan, you're a member of the yoga community now.
Yeah, Aloe Yoga.
Yeah.
And but there's this one instructor who I feel her classes are much the best ones. She's called Bryony Smith.
You mentioned Brian in the previous episode.
Oh, did I?
You
oh,
did.
yeah, because
I
on
feel
the
like you've got a bit of a thing for our Bri.
No. Well, so now I've started following the personal life of Bryony Smith. Not in like that made me sound like I'm a stalker.
Life of
It's
Brian.
not. It's very much.
Hey, that was very good.
Oh, I didn't hear that. What was it?
The Life of Brian.
Oh,
That's now. Never mind.
but anyway, she posts like as well as like yoga instructor videos. She posts like they're called Bri's Blabs, and so it followed. So after the yoga video ended, and I was doing the shavasana, so where you're on the floor, you're being grateful of how nice you feel at the end of your
It's a
yoga session.
restorative pose, that one, isn't it? Right.
It is. Like, but what's annoying when you're watching them on YouTube is because the YouTube autoplay thing. So you're relaxing. You're meant to like be like really like your eyes.
Zen.
You're meant to be zen. Your eyes going into the sockets, rested. But because the video ends and then it goes the autoplay thing like 5 seconds to the next video.
Yeah.
It's sort of you're in silence and the next video starts on the telly that you're watching. So I was like, oh, fucking hell, ruins it for me, this. But it went, Bryony Smith's one, it went into Bri's Blabs.
Okay.
And so I sort of like, I like thought, no, it's all right name. I opened the eyes and I started watching the telly and I got really hooked on Bri's Blabs then. And it was like a vlog just about what's going on in their life. But this one was heartbreaking. She was going on. She was. It's from 3 years ago. She divorced. She divorced him.
Oh no!
Yeah, she was married to a
Did
fellow
Chris
yogi.
Tarrant have anything to do with this?
She was married to a fellow
What's the
yogi
quiz?
called Dice, which obviously there's the fella who owns a yoga studio is called Dice. That's his
Yeah, of
actual
course.
name. But she and she went into detail about the divorce, and I was heartbroken.
Were you hooked?
I was hooked. Yeah. So I'm
Did
hooked
you
on this.
remain in the Schlashlick?
The what?
The what?
As soon as it came out, I knew I'd got that wrong.
Slashlick. Is that something you do in
KGB
your...
officer.
What was it called?
The Shavasana.
Shavasana.
I was pretty close.
Slashlick sounds like something that you'd be doing in the privacy of your own... But now you've got a chance, though, haven't you, Rai? Now that she's divorced, I reckon that's the reason why you've been ramping.
Oh, she's in LA. I'm in Liverpool. I mean,
No wonder he was doing some delving. Is she on Zoom?
No, I keep on doing though, because Alo Yoga can get quite challenging. So I'm currently doing there's a task called the 7 Days of Gratitude.
Okay,
And
it all sounds very spiritual. This
it is very spiritual. See, my thing with yoga is
you're
there's
going to
always
be
a
whipping out
point.
the rosary beads next.
There's always a point.
Unfortunately, of course, you've gotten on there, and in the pandemic, the anal beads will do, Ryan. Whatever's to hand.
Yeah, the holiest thing I've got.
Oh,
What a slap in the face that'd be if I went to church with some anal beads wrapped around my hand.
Listen, Father, honestly, it's all I had.
I mean, beads are beads.
And I saw your eyes light up, eh?
Blessed art thou, child.
Yeah, so I'm currently doing the 7 Days of Gratitude. I've done day 2, but the more I do it, there's like always a challenging pose in there.
Okay.
But sometimes, so it was the headstand and the one I was
Yeah.
in the last one,
oh my
wasn't it?
God.
And I looked up from down with dog, and I was absolutely horrified. I was like, oh God, no, not a chance. I'm trying that.
Have you
But
done the crow pose yet?
I've not done crow. I done it. Are you familiar with B pose?
Yes.
I had to go B pose. Lost me head. Absolutely lost it.
Where about
Yeah.
you do it? Like in the
Oh,
house?
front
Like,
room. In the front room.
while your mum's just like loitering around. Like, does she-
My mum's doing work in the conservatory. Must be absolute nightmare for her.
while you're doing headstands in the damn dog.
Having me and Warrior 2 looking at her.
Ryan!
What are you
Straight through the
doing? You doing
conservatory
fucking
door.
Shavasana again? No. What was I saying? Also, yeah. So there's always a point in the yoga, no one describing like the energy and like what it's doing to your body and how it's like there's a lot of negative energy held in your hips. So if you open your hips out, you get rid of the negative energy.
Do they all say that?
They all say
Because the
and I'm
hips,
thinking,
apparently,
I'm
they must be a
doing
terrible
it.
area, that.
Yeah, I'm doing it, and I'm thinking, you need to really commit yourself to this to actually feel the benefits. And I'm always thinking at the time, it's surely bullshit, this, isn't it? Like, it's not negative energy in the hips. Why is the negative energy in the hips?
I reckon if it was real estate, it would be the equivalent of that fucking flat that you went to go to thing where the drug
I thought
dealers
you were
were.
going to see what was the brown squares on Monopoly? Old Church Road or something.
I don't know.
Do you remember the brown squares?
God, you know what? People are really relating to this because that's all they're playing in quarantine.
Oh, Monopoly's a great
Monopoly's getting hammered of late.
Fucking 8 hours.
Hasbro have never had it so good, have they?
8 hours buying and selling property.
Normally, you can't wait for it to be over. Now it's a shame.
I
Can you complete it though? Like, is there a winner? How do you win in Monopoly?
If you're a property tycoon,
Yeah, the ideology of Monopoly is just I'm
Capitalism, isn't it?
totally against it. It's just propagating capitalism.
I'm a big fan of Monopoly.
I remember once I played Monopoly against my
I
brother.
play on my own to make sure I come out on top.
Well, if you listen to this, I genuinely this is where my tail was heading. So I was playing with my brother, and I think he was ill. So he was about 13, I was about 8.
We're going into the archive for this anecdote, Ryan.
Fucking hell. Well, we're not doing anything, are we? To talk about. So we're going into childhood.
You're going to talk about coming out of the womb next.
But he fell asleep during the playing of it, and rather than just sort of concede
He
the game
fell
was
asleep.
over.
He fell asleep during the 2-player game of Monopoly.
I know, yeah, I
How
know.
long did
I
you
must have
take for
been,
you?
I must have been Rivet and Company.
How long was you taking for each turn?
Were you telling him about your yoga?
Ryan was mid-handstand, trying to move
I
the dog.
wish, Paul. I wish.
Or
I
the
wish I
hat.
could do the handstand.
I think use the hat, Ryan.
But he fell asleep, and so rather than concede the game was over, I just carried on playing and sort of I was getting into his mindset of what his term would have been. Sort of thing. That was me thinking. I was like,
It's what he would have wanted.
It added to the levels of the game. Okay, being a bit of a psychology experiment as well. What would he have done? like a detective in Silence of the Lambs. Getting into the mindset of Buffalo Bill.
So have you noticed any positive energy coming into your hips?
It's a pretty negative place, to be honest. No, but it's you need to really do the Aloe yoga classes, and you probably know that. Bit of a ridiculous statement to say that. No, but so I'm always a bit perplexed by some of the shit they're coming out with. I'm like,
Yeah.
this has to be bollocks.
Did she start saying this pre or post divorce?
It's what she calls dice of hips. She's
When
been
you
sneering.
said it has to be bollocks, is that what you could see in some of the poses?
But then at the end of it, you feel infinitely better. So like,
You definitely do.
There must,
You definitely
there must actually be negative energy in hips. That's my conclusion to that tale.
Good night, everybody.
I'm off.
And on that note,
On that bombshell.
Shall we go into the feature?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I completely forgot that we did that.
Oh, I like the way you're now filming from like a canted angle, Steve. So it's like I'm watching like a Frankenstein film or something.
Well, is it? I feel like I'm adopting the position I normally am
He
on
is,
by
he's
sitting
still-
on the desk
Oh,
above.
it's a total
He's
power
still in the
play.
power position, isn't he?
I'd hate to have to get into your mindset playing Monopoly because I don't think I'd ever recover. Be shell shocked.
Tim Martin over there.
Yeah, you'd be kicking. You'd be kicking the people that you're relocated people. Out you go. Ta-da.
Yeah.
You would definitely furloughed your hotel staff, Steve.
Oh my god, without a doubt.
We do need to make sure this is finished for 10 o'clock for Trump's press conference because it's the absolute highlight of my day.
Paul, that's in 2 hours, you know. We've not been
God,
doing that
start
much of our time.
Yeah. I'm scraping the barrel already. I've just done 20 minutes on yoga.
We know about a random
That
lady's
was like a
divorce.
Chappelle. That was a Chappelle stand-up act I've just seen there.
Yeah. It's like apparently Dave Chappelle sometimes used to go to comedy clubs and just have the newspaper and then just
something.
read, just go through the news and just start and make jokes about him.
Really?
Yeah.
Stephen
Improv.
Williams does the same thing.
That's why I'm currently unemployed.
No, what's your trick? You rip up the paper, don't you? And then
Yeah.
you put it back together in less than a minute.
In less than a minute.
Yeah,
But
That's quite symbolic.
every time I do it, I tell the audience, I came up with this on the flight here, came up with this. You're the first audience to see it. I may not hit the minute. Let me tell you, I've been doing it for about 4 years now. I hit the minute every time.
Well,
That, you shouldn't have said that. You've got to cut that out there, Steve.
when I went on the cruise to watch your show, you put me into the pre-trick spiel. You said about me and the audience. And I was looking around to all the people in attendance. Like, that's me. That's me. It's me. Would you believe it?
Did you feel a bit of like pressure, a bit of anxiety being singled out in the audience?
I did.
did?
Actually, I was going to mention it. I wish you didn't do it, but
And I shall continue to it every time.
no, it was a thrill.
Speaking of actually of your magic tricks, Steve, I did see something that you posted on Instagram recently. That what is it that you've? That
Oh,
you
well,
posted
if
at the minute?
we're getting some plugs in.
Bit of a plug for you now. Go on.
Oh, thank you. I mean, you spent a decent amount of time for your fucking NHS thing. Yeah, I've set up a little like home studio. I'm releasing some lots of content. I'm
Some
releasing
home videos.
Home videos. Honestly, I'm going to have my own workout from home next, just because everyone else is. Talk about.
Do you want to see me down with dog?
Yeah, I'll tune in if you do a DIY yoga set.
Yeah, but it won't be what you want to see, Ryan.
Kama Sutra.
XXX yoga.
Yeah, on Wednesdays, on my Instagram, there's going to be oh no, I've got this wrong. On Wednesdays, there's going to be a magic tutorial on my YouTube channel.
Ooh.
And on Friday...
Can't you
there
pick a
is
different day? Because we're doing the half marathon.
I know, yeah. We
Don't
don't
try
want to... Oh, you've got to steal the limelight, haven't you?
You know,
Absolutely,
that's-
got to steal the limelight. Oh, I can do magic, yeah.
if you saw me frantically rubbing the wall there, that was so I could change days for my schedule.
Yeah, that was the pause. That's why you went back.
Yeah, Wednesdays is a magic tutorial. Magic you can learn at home. That'll be on my YouTube channel. And on Fridays, a quick trick on Instagram.
Quick
great.
trick,
And
snappy. That I like that.
So the tutorial, is that free of charge or is that
Free,
something where-
free of charge.
It's all free content, isn't it?
It is
There'll
all
be-
free content.
There'll be a cost in there somewhere. There'll be some sort of plug for the.
Yeah, we've got to watch his magic shop. That's the cost.
There may...
a cap or a DVD or some.
Oh, on the cap. You
can't
saw
believe-
something
yeah.
on Instagram, Ryan.
Yeah. Someone has actually bought one of Stephen's caps.
Off
Have
the
we got
back
his
of the
name?
plug on the
Have we got
DVD.
Have we got his name? He needs a
Oh,
shout
I'm
out.
sorry.
He deserves it.
Yeah. A back of the plug on the podcast. Let me,
I know. The person was from Seattle, Washington.
Yeah.
He didn't put the cap on his hat though, did he? Didn't he put it on his dog's head?
He did.
Yeah.
He did. He put it on the dog.
Unfortunately, a human is yet to be keen enough to wear it. So it's a photo of Bean Dip, the dog. He is a poodle.
Excellent
Sassiest thing I've
photograph.
ever-
That very
Second
cool dog.
sexiest thing I've ever seen wear a cap with your name on it.
Yeah, the dog is wearing that cap very well.
Oh yeah.
You've got to put that on your website. It's better than you put the photos you wearing it.
Well, if anyone else would like their dog to be unbelievably cool, the caps are still for sale. Variety of colours.
It's surprising, really, because isn't Seattle considered to be quite a cool city?
Yeah, and William Junior's merchandise has made it into there.
It's
Made it into the fashion scene.
Yeah,
I
oh
suppose
god,
there's
it's
always
made,
an
it's made a
exception
big
to the rule.
splash there. A big splash.
There's always an exception to the rule, though, isn't there?
The feature.
Twin Peaks was apparently filmed outside of Seattle, Washington.
There you are.
Thought to throw that in.
Little tidbit there.
Thought to throw that in.
So, you might now have found yourself all at home, lost for things to do. You know,
We have.
wondering. So I thought we should turn to the professionals, the recluses of the world.
Yeah, they're now going out. They're like, oh, it's not cool anymore to stay indoors.
So I've made a feature based around recluses called Steakloose.
Oh,
very
do you know what?
good.
Fair play, fair
Thank
play. Good
you.
work, that.
We
Thank
are
you.
we're
Very
scraping the back.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm all in on this one. I think that's quite good.
Oh, thank you. At least one of you are. So, this feature is about recluses. I found 3 celebrity recluses, and I'm going to ask you a question. You have to give me A, B, or C. Which is the correct answer?
Sounds good.
Number 1. We're going to start with a Howard Hughes.
Ooh.
Now, Paul, this man, he was a billionaire. He was a tax dodger, and as such, he's someone I respect immensely. Howard Hughes was mad. He was a really mad character, and he became obsessed with a particular kind of Baskin-Robbins ice cream, but they discontinued the flavour. So he ordered them to make an industrial-sized batch of 350 gallons and had a new freezer installed specifically for it. Now, my question to you fellas is, what was that flavour?
Ooh.
Oh, great question.
Do you know what? I've seen The Aviator, which is about Howard Hughes. He didn't
mention
throw
this.
that part in. There wasn't a bit with DiCaprio with a load of mint chocolate.
Well, was it A, banana nut? Was it B, bobsled brownie? Or was it C, apple pie a la mode?
Oh, do you know what? I think absolutely want to be or C for me because I think he's going all out on Americana.
Either
I'll go-
bobsled brownie or apple pie a la mode.
I'm
And what
going
was the
B.
top one? What was the top one? Banana?
First one was banana nut.
I think it's banana nut.
I'm going B. So Ryan, you can go C.
Oh, but I was going to go B.
Do you know the reason why
Go on,
I
I'll
think
go
it's
C
banana
then.
nut?
Why do you think it's banana nut?
Because it's like a banana split, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's a very popular flavour. That's still around.
No, but banana split you have to make it all with the accoutrement and stuff like that. But then, everything is all in one 300 and something odd.
350 gallons.
I mean, it's a lot of ice cream.
It's a lot of ice cream.
In the interest of competition, I'll go for C then.
I'll go
Okay.
B.
So, we've got you, Josh, have gone for banana nut. Paul, you've gone for bobsled brownie. And Ryan, apple pie a la mode. One of you is correct.
It's D, all the above. The Mazda Neapolitan. The Neapolitan.
The winner is Josh Lee Jones.
Hey.
He went crazy for Banana Nut and apparently got a bit sick of it and changed his mind.
After how many gallons you go, oh, you know, it's a bit sickly for me, this.
Oh, do you know what? I really wish I hadn't done the 350 gallons. You know?
What do you mean? The freezer,
What that freezer
is just that.
anyone want banana nuts?
349 gallons in. He got fed up.
I don't even like bananas.
Finish it, Howard. No. Couldn't possibly.
Okay, you're doing well, Josh. That's 1 point to you.
That was the one I discounted as well. Unbelievable. I'm shocked.
I know, and I was thrilled when you immediately discounted it.
Yeah, do you know what? You disguised it well.
Thank you.
Don't know why I'm praising you there. Praise you for the feature, not praising you for that.
Oh, I love this new format. You're much nicer over Zoom. Okay, B, Bobby Fischer.
Stop playing with your hair, Steve. Do me head in.
You're just jealous.
It's Bobby Fischer. yeah,
It's just making me jealous.
You're remembering pre-lockdown.
It's like, Joe, I've got flipping
pre-lockdown
Simon and
Barney.
Garfunkel on here. Like flipping.
Okay, Bobby Fischer we're aware of.
He's a chess player. I didn't know he was a recluse.
Yeah, he was the United States' first and only world champion chess player. He was mistakenly arrested because the police thought he was a bank robber. Now, what reason did the police have? Was it A, he had an unkempt appearance? Was it B, he was acting suspicious? Or was it C, he was wearing a ski mask at the time?
He looked a bit weird.
Mm.
And then...
So
He's acting a
either
bit
he was
weird.
unkempt, he was acting suspicious, or he was wearing a mask.
I'm going to go A, unkempt.
I'm going to go C. Fuck it.
in the interest of competition, then I've been pushed
Once
into
again.
a corner again. B.
Whatever was left.
Yeah, my different decision making. Yeah, B, go ahead.
B. The answer was A. He had an unkempt appearance.
Hey.
Yeah. So you went insane towards the end, and following that became a recluse. Okay, final one.
Pure t-shirt.
I thought we were froze then.
Did you think we were buffering there?
They come through the screen like the Ring.
No, you're much more scary than that girl was.
Do you know what? My hair's going to be like that by the end of this. Without this barber.
If you go
Just
missing,
straight
shall we start
over.
looking in some wells?
You're currently at the Sue Barker stage.
Oh yeah, I'm
That's
very
very
much
true.
rocking the Barker Baldwin, aren't I?
Am I a little bit Phil Tufnell? That's the only other person I can name from a question of sport. So
Matt Dawson.
You were Matt
God,
Dawson
what was
before
that?
your hair transplant.
It was
John
Given me
Parrott.
alley.
John Parrott,
yeah.
local lad, John Parrott.
I see John Parrott all the time.
You do.
Yeah.
You do?
Watch it. Go and play snooker with him. You just reveal this mad character trait. Yeah, go and play a few frames with John at the pub. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I've seen John Parrott in the flesh more than a dozen times.
Why? What? Like nothing. You haven't scheduled a meeting. You happen upon John Parrott.
No, I've never said a word to John Parrott.
Oh, yeah, I was like, no, you WhatsApping John Parrott. Cheeky bastard's been online and not blue ticked me.
Okay, final round.
Okay.
For all the marbles. A friend of the show, a friend of ours. It's all girl Agnetha.
Yeah.
Hey.
Is this from ABBA?
Yeah.
Yes, Paul. She went from the Swedish supergroup to devoting most of her time to astrology, yoga, and horse riding. So,
It's like Ryan.
yeah. I tell you
Oh,
what,
I've-
looking to the
I've got
stars
two
every
of
now
the
and then,
four.
and you and Agnetha are one and the same.
I've just got to get astrology and horse riding nailed
Yeah.
down. And me and Agnetha are soulmates.
Who's the fat astrologist?
Russell.
Grant?
Yeah, Russell Grant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Russell Grant.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I reckon we could have him as a guest on the show. What's he doing?
Oh, yeah.
Do you reckon Akora has access to Zoom wherever he is?
Oh yeah, God, yeah. He'll just see a spirit enter our Zoom meeting now.
See if you can get Sam.
I'd have to mute him quite often, though. He's quite racist. Okay. Now, Agnetha, we had to include in
You
this
did.
game. Unfortunately, she's not a particularly interesting person, and I couldn't
How can you
find
say that?
any fascinating facts. So the question is, how old is Agnetha? Is she 69?
Timeless.
Is she 70? Or is she 71? This, fellas, is what it's come to.
Say the options again. I was too busy making me stupid timeless comments.
Okay. Is she A, 69, B, 70, or C, 71?
I know she's a fan of a
Of a certain A.
certain A. I'm going to say B, 70.
I'm going to say C, 71.
Once again, Ryan, you're left with...
She looks fantastic for whatever age she is.
Okay. What did you say again?
Well, I was put into a corner, wasn't I?
I think I went C. I think I went the oldest.
Yeah,
Okay.
I went B.
So
Ryan,
you were... si-
Ryan went A.
You
So
were
I'm
60
69.
Yeah.
Oh.
Your favourite
Delightful.
number.
Hey.
A meal for two.
I've not heard that.
Oh, yeah.
Never heard
Is that the bingo phrase?
It's a bingo shout, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
They don't do that in the bloody Mecca bingo, do they?
A bongos, they say a meal for two with a beautiful view.
Oh. Okay. One of you has a ride, and once again, I didn't listen as to who said what, so I forgot. But it was B, 70.
Yay!
Ah.
So there you go.
Shit on Steve Clues. I got none of them.
I know, yeah. Very embarrassing round for you, that, Ryan. Anyway, that was the game.
was very good.
No bonus rounds.
Now, you're the only one who ever does a bonus round.
How much would it cost us to have a little sound clip of Brucey saying "Good game, good game"? This.
It would cost a decent chunk of change for that, but we could get an impressionist to do it.
And it would
To be honest, Josh,
probably less.
I'm just going to cut out what you've just said and we can loop that.
Yeah, work on you, Brucey. You've got enough time.
When people say to you, so what did you take away from the quarantine?
I can do a mean Brucey.
I do, mate. I do
You'll
mean
adopt
voice.
I'll be
Nice.
walking in like this.
What you think?
Shall we go into the feature?
Sounds good.
Into the feature.
Sorry,
No,
into the...
we shouldn't.
Sorry, that was automatic on me. That.
Yeah, you're feeling it. Like you're feeling creative. Came up with loads of feature ideas in lockdown.
I'll say it differently. The Discover Stay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'll go first this week. Oh, Paul, you've got the book. I forgot.
Oh,
about the book.
do you know what? I've missed that book.
As have I. It's been much needed for my fact. So, the United States Navy has started using Xbox controllers to operate the periscopes.
Ah.
Wow. Elsie, you are clutching the controllers, aren't you?
I just googled fact. That's give the Oxford Dictionary definition of a fact. God, some effort gone into that. Xbox controllers.
Play Xbox all day and just thought that'll do.
Bet the Navy used this.
Because I assume when I move it in the game, that happens in real life as well.
You've just won World War II. That Hitler fella. Oh,
Thank God I took him out.
he was going to be a nightmare, I tell you. Old Williams here.
Now I'll make a coffee.
I've wiped out the Nazis. Now for the
Now
V60.
time for the good doctor.
What a product. What did you do in lockdown? Only bloody won World War II.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, Josh, your one.
Okay. I'm sure, as with everyone, we've all been watching plenty of stuff. So I've been doing a bit of kind of all the films that I've either seen before or wanted to watch, and kind of make a bit of an effort to watch them all. So I recently watched The Godfather.
Okay.
Classic.
I didn't know this, but
Never seen it.
Oh, you've got to watch it.
Oh, you'd like
You've
it,
taken
Paul?
no one by surprise there, Paul.
Yeah, you've
What,
roamed
you
the
mean
earth and
it's not
accumulated
Gladiator.
very little pop culture.
The cat in the opening scene, the cat that the Marlon Brando's got. It was actually a stray cat that Francis Ford Coppola found whilst they were on the parking lot of Paramount Studios.
God, that was a bit of a risk, wasn't it? Imagine it just claws Marlon Brando's face to get the cotton balls in his mouth.
Well, what you call it? Apparently the content, like where you can hear like the cat like purring and stuff like that in the beginning of it when Brando's speaking. It's all being like looped.
Oh,
Yeah.
The thing is, though, I heard, do you know how true this is? The purring sound at the start of The Godfather was made by George Galloway.
yeah. If you slow it down, I am the cat.
Yeah, Galloway was a straight cat in The Godfather.
They missed a trick not hiring him for cats, didn't they?
Oh, God, they
Yeah, they
did.
should have made him the main character.
Super.
What is your fact, Ryan?
Oh, my fact. Mine's a good one.
I mean, I thought that about mine.
Do you know the phrase? What's the phrase? I don't know the phrase very well.
I know that one.
Do you know the
Very
phrase?
famous,
That
that
one
one.
that I'm going to stumble my way through. Know it like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
You aware of the phrase?
I'm
I
aware.
know it. Like, I
You
know
aware
that.
of it? Yeah. It turns out we don't know the back of our hand as well as we think we do. Research shows people overestimate the length of the back of their hand, but they perceive their palm length accurately. So it should be know it like the front of my hand.
Oh.
How
People
big
do
would
seem
you
to
say-
overestimate the length of things.
Hey, that's a late Clary gag. That
It was. We had to get it in. Paul, now you've got the book, which we haven't come to in some time. So, Josh, I want a number from you and one from you, Ryan. We'll pair them together.
100.
Just between 1 and 9, Josh.
Well, give me a bit of flipping.
That's going to be
No,
an
but to be
absolute
fair, Josh can
hell
go-
of a read, that isn't it?
Yeah, but
That-
in all fairness, yeah. Go on, Paul. Say
5,000.
what you're about to say.
Josh can
'cause
go
I'm-
like 100,
Oh.
and then Ryan can go between 1 and 99.
I might have preemptively took the piss there, Josh. Are you going to stick with your 100?
I like the fact you didn't apologise. I'm still waiting for it.
An apology off Steve, are you joking?
yeah.
You're trying to get an apology off me mum.
You can hear, can't you, Paul? It's a dangerous game now. Gonna come in and get it on the head.
later.
Yeah, slap any second. Okay, so you've said 100, and Ryan?
83.
Okay, 183.
That was said like parrot after somebody got a decent break.
Any John Parrott facts in there?
I can tell you a few just from my time being around.
Yeah, bloody hell, you and John Parrott. Best man at his wedding and everything.
So when I see him ordering his Americano,
So, Ryan, when's your birthday again? It's
Paul, how long?
God, it was 11 days ago, man.
April. April. And you're left-handed.
Yes.
See, because boys born in winter are more likely to be left-handed.
I'm born in spring, though. You forgot my birthday yet again. It's the 16th of April. I was born 11 days ago.
I'm just saying that was my fact.
The
Boys
thing
are-
about that
boys
fact,
born-
he didn't even need to tie it in with one of your birthdays.
You were born in winter.
But I'm right-handed.
Oh, yeah. So the fact's bullshit then, isn't it?
It's not everyone.
Based on
it's
our
just
small
more
sample
likely.
size.
Anyway, it's I feel like you were going to say something there, Josh.
Before we go, because obviously this is like, different circumstances. Anybody can we give one recommendation of something to watch or something? Because I'm fucking bored.
Well, we have started watching The Good Doctor. When I said it before, that was a genuine.
What is the Good Doctor? I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's the kid from the Bates Motel series.
I also never watched that.
And he's got autism and is a surgeon. And, you know, the perils that come with that.
Just
The
worth a
act,
watch.
the act, Josh. The act.
The Act.
That's really good, yeah. That's a true story. And
where's that?
It's on Amazon, but you have
Okay.
got to pay like £12 for it.
Okay.
This is on Now TV, Good Doctor.
Okay.
Right?
I'm going to go for Babylon Berlin, which I've recommended to you by text as well, but it's also on Now TV. Excellent show.
And
Babylon
don't forget, on Fridays and Wednesdays, of course, I'm releasing some content. So
Absolutely.
you know-
So I will be watching that.
I shall not be tuning in.
Not a
and
chance.
caps still are available.
Well, I'll finish on one recommendation then as well. If we're all
Go on.
Go on.
then.
It's got to be a big one, though. We ramped up to this now. The energy's building.
I've
gotta be a
recommended
closer.
to you previously, right? There's a thing called Louder Milk, which is on Amazon. For those who like Curb Your Enthusiasm, it's very much of the same kind of feel to it, and there is a
Okay.
joke about as the crow flies as well, which is very much up your
Straza.
Straza.
It's Straza for a while.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That.
Well, we'll end on my nice word. It was very good to see you, fellas.
We're not doing the ramp out.
Yeah, but this is currently the ramp out.
This
Oh,
is coming-
am I?
You're trampling the ramp.
I've trampled the ramp. Apologies for the trample.
Yeah, it's good to see you, fellas.
Always a
Good to
pleasure.
see you too.
And you.
Always a
Stay
pleasure.
safe out there as well, everyone.
Absolutely. I normally would plug the Patreon here, but this week donate to the Dodging Death Marathon.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Which will be
Steve. Well remembered.
Oh yeah, it will be on the website and also on our Instagram, which is Paul.
At Dodging Death Podcast.
You can send us an email now. Normally the email address
Oh, yeah.
doesn't work, but I've set up a Gmail because, you know, why didn't we set this up 44 episodes ago?
Yeah, we only just realised Gmail.
It's free and works every single time.
It's foolproof.
What's the address, Ryan?
It's a Dodge and Death Podcast at gmail.com.
Correct.
Yeah.
And literally send us a message with anything because we do need things to talk about. And is there anything else just so I can give Josh something to wrap up with?
The website.
Yes, the website, Josh.
Leave us
Well,
a review.
and also we've
Oh,
got YouTube
the re-
now as well. We've
the
got
re-
YouTube as well now.
Correct. You can take over, Josh.
So we've got the YouTube channel, which is at Dodging Death Podcast, is it not?
It is at youtube.com/Dodging Death Podcast. Oh, also, when you go to that, there is a 15-minute kind of teaser trailer for the podcast of like a few choice clips. If you can, share that trailer on your social media, on like your YouTube and, on your Facebook and, you know, Twitter, wherever you use.
He spent a lot of time editing it, so
I did. I had to cut through a lot of bullshit to find some usable clips.
yeah, 45 episodes and stuff.
Yeah, I was like, I just need something, some succinct story. Yeah, so please do share that. And you were going to plug something else, Josh. The iTunes, what can they do?
Please leave us a review after you've listened to us, and make sure it's 5 stars as well.
Excellent. There was a review left recently, actually, that said, oh, I don't know what it said, but it was very nice. So leave that kind of thing.
Yes.
Wasn't
Anything
praising your
complimentary.
your creamy voice again, was it?
If it was, I would have remembered it, Paul. Anyway, good to see you, fellas. I will see you next week.
See you next
See you
week.
soon.
Yeah, we like chat roulette. Hands up and pull the dick out. Oh no! Steve, get it off.
Still keep it on.
Cancel the meeting. Yeah,
Pull it off, Steve. No, not like that. No.
yeah. It'll become a big Dodge and Death circle jerk.
About fucking time.
Uploads to the Patreon. Finally get some money.
I've just pressed the record button as well because Paul had an idea. Do you want to say it, Paul?
What?
Okay, I'll say it. Because we're now doing it remotely, we can potentially have a listener on. So, if you want to join us for a feature, go to dodgingdeathpodcast.com. There'll be a form with your name and email address just to tell us you're interested, or send us a message on Instagram, which is, Paul?
At Dodging Death Podcast.
And we'll set it up so that, if you're free at the time of recording, we'll have you on. Logistics we'll sort out over email, I guess. But
if you haven't got a mic steal, just buy you one.
If that's the case, I shan't be donating to the marathon run. One or the
We'll
other.
take it out the marathon money.
Okay, we're actually going now. Cheers, fellas.
See ya.
Bye.
Follow us on Instagram at Dodging Death Podcast.